So, hello. Last time on the deceased rocker, there was a deceased rocker. Jeez. Okay, let's talk to people first before we see the bodies. Sure.
Damn right.
Hey, Hajime, take a look at this. What?
Huh?
Look what's in front of the door. This is a drumstick, right? And it looks like it's broken. What happened to it?
Like,
If something like this is in front of the door, you think it might be a really big clue? Why would this be a clue? Remember when we came to the music venue? It won't open! The only thing we can do is force our way through! Oh, the drumstick was in the door. That's why it wouldn't open. So when we forced it, we broke it, and then it went flying. That's probably what happened. I wonder if that's gonna be possible. Of the four of us, two of us are girls, you know? Doesn't matter! If you can do it, we have to try! Let's go! We all charge at the same time. Ready? Go! Yep, we charged the door full strength. The door was locked when we were trying to go inside, and the four of us charged into the door. But when we examined it, I found out that this door doesn't have a lock at all. Oh? The door is designed to be pushed open, and this is the shape of the handle. If a stick was used at the bar of the door here, well, don't you think it would lock the door and keep it from opening? You mean you think this drumstick was used to lock the door? The broken drumstick on the floor in front of the door should be proof of that. Then how was the killer able to get out? Huh? I mean, the music venue doesn't have windows. This door is the only entrance. If they locked the door from the inside, the killer wouldn't be able to escape outside. Maybe the killer was still inside when we broke the door to the music venue, and they waited until we were already at the scene of the crime to join us? You know, don't they use tricks like that a lot in mystery dramas and stuff? If that's the case, there might be evidence of that around here somewhere. Alright, I'm definitely gonna find it. I won't let the killer get away with this! Alright. Nice. The killer was still inside when we broke down the door to the music venue, huh? So, sort of like Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc for trial, when they're like, how? The killer should have been inside or whatever, and he was like, no, she just drank poison. Like he said, that might be possible, but I heard what you two were discussing. Chiaki, that was kinda cool entrance.
Well,
Besides the broken drumstick, I've also discovered something interesting. What is it?
see?
Look, there's a weird glove with the right and left door touch. See? Oh. Like, maybe like they put like glue or something on the door. I don't see why though. You're right, what's this? It looks like too firm to think it's rubber.
Yep.
Yeah, it doesn't look like rubber, but as she said that, Chiaki bent down, scraped off the semi-transparent glove with her finger. Okay. Why are you putting it in your mouth? It smells like workshop chemicals. Workshop? The chewiness. I see, this thing might be a glove now, but that doesn't mean it was a glove from the start. For instance, if it was originally a liquid that hardened into this, it might be possible to apply it directly and smoothly into the gaps of the door. What are you talking about? Just as I thought, it tastes nasty. Chiaki spat the glove out of her mouth and left the area. Besides that a bit about the taste, it's okay to consider this some kind of clue, right? Semi-transparent glove. There we go. Alright. That was a lot to pick up from talking to Fuyuhiko. Akane? Hi. Hey, are you okay? Buster Wolf, are you still not feeling well? Yeah, I don't really get it. But when I think about Nekomaru, it's like my knees start shaking. That's weird. There's no way I got that kind of weakness. Aw. I'll probably go away to fight battle a strong dude, but Nekomaru's not here. Nekomaru will definitely come back. You're right. I'm worried what they're gonna do with Nekomaru because he's been missing for like a full day and a half. Gundam. Even I'm horrified of my power, of the eye of the Overlord. What the hell is this? You stupid fool. I cannot believe you haven't noticed that aberrant thing. Pitiful humans, they refuse to lift their heads up for fear of doubting the authenticity of the blue sky. Lift my head up? Does it mean that there's something up there? What? do you mean? Okay, sure. Nagito, hit me up, buddy. Hajime, this might be impudent of me to ask, but will you listen to what I have to say? Despite me being a wordless fuck, I heard that you witnessed the incident from the very beginning, right? So what? Can you provide me with a summary of the incident? I need to reach the truth beyond this incident, for the sake of dedicating my body to an even greater hope. You don't have to make it weird, dude. You could have just stopped after the first half of the sentence. No. Why? Because of the second half of the sentence. Don't make me repeat myself, no! This guy just wants to confuse us. There's no one gonna tell him what he wants to know. I see. That's disappointing. Sonia? It has happened once again. 2 of my cherished friends died at the same time. I cannot believe it.
How cool.
This is the place where Ibuki sang for Fuyuhiko. Don't remind me of that shit. Kyoko looked like she was having so much fun listening to her music. Oh, she did. Fuck, I remember that. I know those 2 are no longer here. Ah, such tragedy. I understand how you feel, but please get a hold of yourself. 2 of our friends were killed. That's all the more reason we can't just leave this alone, right?
So just as I thought.
We must do this for them. For the sake of the 2 who have fallen. Mikan? If only I noticed sooner, Ibuki might have been saved. Hey, when did you realize Ibuki was missing? After leaving Naito's room, I went to the on-call room. That's when he came to me. That I should go check on how everyone in the hospital is doing one more time before I go to sleep. And so I went to the patient rooms and noticed that Ibuki was gone. So I quickly ran out of the hospital. So that's what happened. And then I saw Fuyuhiko in front of the hospital, so I asked him if he could help me look for Ibuki. Ah, that reminds me, where were you? I thought you were resting in the lobby. That is a long story, but I have to tell it, otherwise I'm gonna be suspicious. I'm sorry, it's not like I doubt you or anything. There's no way I would doubt you, because we've been together since this morning. You're right, we were together until you went to the on-call room. But like, the murder happened like right when... Like, the murder happened, like, right then, so... That's right, we were together until just a little before the morning Monokuma announcement, so I don't doubt you, I'm telling the truth. Is it alright if I continue with my autopsy? If you talk to me again later, I'll tell you what I know. So please, spare my life at least! Why did you say that? What happened to not doubting me? Yeah, like... Mikan Sakan has been added, yeah, okay. What's this? Okay, this is the streaming machine, like the camera and everything. And when it went black, it was because someone broke it. Like, I remember that. The shadow remains of a machine are spread all over the floor. This appears to be the surveillance camera unit. Yasuichi put it in the music venue for communication purposes. Why is it destroyed like that? Where is Kazuichi, by the way? He's not here. I don't remember if he showed up here at the end of the last stream or not, but he should have been at the hotel, right? Perhaps criminal psychology is at play here. What do you mean? Well? Even if they know they are not being recorded, there is no way the killer would tolerate committing a murder in front of a camera. So that's why they destroy the camera. Seems plausible enough. So this is something that I thought about later with Ibuki. We saw her walk to the rope and just hang herself. And given that could have just not... I mean, it could have been like a deception of sorts because there was a bag on her head. But the thing is that... how do I put this? The thing is that Ibuki was under hypnotism. And the thing is that I don't remember exactly what affliction she got, but it was like she was like super submissive. So it makes me think that like the killer probably just stole her. It's better for us if you just go and hang yourself there. And she was like, Roger that. And then she just did that. Which sucks even more. So that's why they destroy the camera. Seems plausible enough. They hesitate to murder someone in front of a camera and that's why the killer destroyed this? Then what was the thing I saw? Civilian scammer unit has been added to the truth bullet section. Oh, I should maybe make like a Tumblr post where I'm just like, hey, I'm streaming. That could be fun. I'm gonna do that real quick. Because last time I did that for Yakuza, somebody showed up and it was like, we had like a nice time. So maybe I should do that. Oh yeah, my computer is slow because this is streaming. Bro. There we go. Danganronpa 2, my favorite character to say. Come hang out. There we go. Alright. What else is there to see other than characters? Okay, probably nothing else other than the staff on the room. So let's talk to Chiaki. Well, stage. Chiaki, hi. I really like that sprite. I really do. With her arms crossed and thoughtful look on her face, Chiaki was silently staring at the stage floor. Did something drop on the floor there? Nothing dropped. It's just dirty. Dirty?
Hey, hey.
See, take a close look at the floor.
See?
Blood stains, it appears. If you look closely, you're right, there's as much as if something was wiped off. Wait, this isn't something. Isn't this a blood stain? Yes, very good, Hajime. Well, a blood stain isn't strange. Hyoko's neck was slashed not far from here.
But still.
Rather, what's strange is why did the killer try to hide it? Hide it?
So...
If they weren't trying to hide it, they wouldn't have bothered wiping it off. The reason the killer wiped off the blood stain as long as the body is nearby, there's no way they'd be able to conceal the crime by wiping off a blood stain, so what was the killer trying to hide? Smudge on the floor. Okay. There's a candle. The candles were lit when I watched the live stream, I remember that. There's a massive candle positioned near the front of the stage. Yes. The dull light in the video must have been coming from this candle. Fucking hate that video. A candle this huge might be perfect for lighting, but they didn't need to bother using a candle. They could have just used normal stage lighting. Why the candle? Alright. Fucking god damn it. Shit. Fuck. Okay, step ladder. The step ladder stepped over on its side. Don't remind me. This might be the step ladder that Ibuki used in the video I saw. Ah, isn't that a blood stain? Look, there's blood on the left side of the step ladder. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. That's very interesting. I don't think there was a blood stain on the video. And even if there was... Okay, so if there was, that means that whatever happened with Hyoko happened before Ibuki. And then she was just placed there. Like she wasn't murdered there. Or it happened afterwards, but like what? Somehow the chair got closed. Because Ibuki didn't have any... Her murder doesn't have any blood, so... As I recall, Ibuki didn't have any external injuries. If that's the case, then it must be Hyoko's blood. That's the only thing I can think of. Unless the murderer got injured in some way. A blood stain that probably belongs to Hyoko is on the left side of the step ladder. What does it mean? Also, it's the left side. Like... Oh, well. What... okay, maybe it doesn't matter. Okay, well, it does matter, but we'll see in which way. Curtain. There's a black curtain hanging at the far side of the stage. This curtain is not wide enough. It can't reach from one edge of the stage to the other.
Huh?
It's not really a full-length curtain. This curtain wasn't originally here, right? If it was, it's strange that it doesn't fit properly. It was probably obtained from the furniture section at the supermarket. See, on the back of the curtain is taped for temporary use, just like the curtain at the supermarket. It's a rocket punch, yeah. So you're saying someone took time to actually bring that curtain from the supermarket?
So...
If they went that far, this was probably something that the killer really needed for this crime. Why did they need it? Who knows? Well, it wouldn't be a mystery if the answer came easy. Wasn't this curtain here when Ibuki performed in the stage? Like a couple days ago? because I would have assumed that that's what that was. She brought it here in order to make a better stage, but maybe not. It's the rope that was tied to the baton lighting on the ceiling. Ibuki hanged herself with this rope and died. From what I can tell, it looks like a regular length of rope with no natural features. But despite the fact that this music venue has a storage room, there shouldn't be any rope in there. Which means, was it obtained at the supermarket? Did the killer bring it from here? That means anybody could have obtained this rope, and it means it would be difficult to use this as a clue. I wonder if that's true. Huh? Oh, I just noticed a little something. Is it okay if I confirm it? Excuse me, Mika, do you have a moment? What's happened? There's something I want to ask you. There's no doubt Ibuki's cause of death was being hanged by this rope, right? Yes, she had no other external injuries, so there's no doubt she died from hanging herself. I see. So, Ibuki died by hanging herself. That was obvious the moment we discovered the body. You might not have seen it, but we all saw that she hanged herself. You're right, yep, got it. So this rope won't be much of a clue. Then I might as well search another place. As usual, I have no idea what he's up to. Sure, rope used for hanging. What else? Okay. Baton lighting control panel. There's a control panel on the wing of the stage. It seems you can't use this control panel to raise and lower the baton lighting on the ceiling. In fact, we use this to lower Ibuki's hang body. Speaking of the lighting, if the video of the music venue I saw. Is that Ibuki there? Maybe that's not actually Ibuki. Because here's the thing, is that I don't see Ibuki's hair hanging off of the bag. And that would explain why there's a bag on the head, too. If that's the case, that means that this person... I mean, I'm looking at the, like, body structure of whoever this is. It had a dim candlelight ambience to it, and it didn't look like the lighting was used at all. But why didn't they use this lighting? Was there some reason that would have inconvenienced them? I see, so you noticed too, Fiend. Notice? So you didn't notice. Are those eyes just little glass balls? Take a good look at the baton lighting above your head. Have you not noticed that aberrant item? Look at the baton lighting. You mean that? There's something that looks like a black paper stuck to the baton lighting. Yeah, I see it. So you finally notice. But I can't really see it from here. I should lower the baton lighting one more time and... there's no need! Go, Mirage Golden Haw! Jumpy! Now it's time for you to take flight! Feast your eyes upon the grave souls of my 4 dark devils of destruction! A hamster launched itself from Gundam's head and ran up to the baton lighting on the ceiling in a flash. Well... that's a fun image. Fun picture. Oh, what did I... It started running across the stuck slip of paper in rapid circles, and then the paper fluttered downwards. It was deftly caught by Gundam. Oh, did you see that? Behold the power of the ultimate evil eye wielder. Wow, that is amazing. I have never seen a hamster do tricks. They're my 4 dark devils of destruction. Hamsters are merely their temporary form. So what's with that paper? Let's go back to the murder Gundam. It seems to be some kind of thick paper, though it does not seem to have any special spells scribed onto it. It appears it's nothing useful. No, that's not it. There's no doubt this is some kind of clue. I mean, the fact that it was stuck to a place like that, no matter how we think about it, it's too natural. There we go. Scrap of thick paper. Thick. Okay. Let's look at Hyogo's body. Hyogo's body is suspended against a pillar on the side of the stage. She's wrapped against the pillar with a duct tape, and she looks like she was forced to stand upright. Damn it, who did this? According to the Monokuma file, her cause of death was a slit throat. Her neck looked like it stopped bleeding, probably because of the duct tape wrapped around it. But why is Hyogo's kimono like this? Her kimono is all disheveled. Also, her sash is tied up in her front. Did the killer do this too? But when did the killer kill Hiyoko? Yeah, she wasn't there earlier. When I first discovered Ibuki's body, I didn't see Hiyoko's body in there. Also, you can't really see from here because it's too small, but I also don't see blood on the stepladder either. If that's the case, Hiyoko was killed. It must have been during the time I was getting everyone before I came back here. But that was barely 10 minutes. Is it really possible that the killer killed Hiyoko and taped her up in such a short amount of time? Even if it's possible, whoever did it would have had a narrow window of time to do so. Because the killer must have been someone who doesn't have an alibi during that time, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure they killed her beforehand. And then they moved the body. Hajime, do you have a minute? No, you're in the way. I don't wish to be in your way at all, but there's something I really need you to help. I need your help with. Help?
Actually,
If you look closely, there's an unnatural shape bulging from inside Hiyoko's kimono. So I was thinking she might be hiding something. Wait, hold on. Don't tell me you want me to search inside Hiyoko's kimono. Oh, that's exactly it.
why?
Well, it would have been a problem if she were alive, but she's dead now, you know? Yeah. Don't mess with me! Are you saying there's no problem with that now that she's dead? Fine, if you don't want to do it, I'll just have to do it. I just have to ask someone else. Hey, Akane! Yeah, what's up? Well, there's something I want you to do for me. It looks like there's something hiding inside Hiyoko's kimono. So can you feel around for that? I don't really understand, but I just gotta check inside Hiyoko's kimono, right? Thank you, Akane. Helping each other is such a wonderful thing. Let's see. Akane reached through the duct tape binding Hiyoko. She stuck her hand inside her kimono. Damn it, she's tied up tight, so I can't really reach with my hand. Oh, wait, no, hold on. There's something. Is this what you were looking for? Is this a key?
Perhaps.
It looks different than the keys of the cottage, so this might be a key to her motel room. The key to her motel room, huh? If her key was so deep inside her kimono that it would be hard to remove, then it's very unlikely that the killer tampered with this evidence. Because if this is a trap, they would have put more towards the front of the kimono, so we'd notice it easier. Which means we can conclude this is something Hiyoko had with her all along. Okay.
Hey,
So that will turn into some kind of information to use against the killer later. Well, yes, that's what all truth bullets are, aren't they? Oh, also, it's not like I'm adding to that or anything, but you look like you were curious about the condition of Hiyoko's body, right, Hajime? Of course, that's why I'm investigating. It's true, there are several mysteries regarding her body. Well, just hear me out for a second. Out of all of those mysteries, what I think is the strangest is
see?
the way they wrap her body with all that duct tape. It's almost like they were trying to hide the wound in Hiyoko's neck, don't you think? Hide the wound on her neck? I mean, the blood would give it away. I don't really know if that was the true intention, but I guess it's a big help for an investigation. The reason for the low volume of blood is because the duct tape is acting as a compress, right? If her body was left alone after her throat was slit, the surrounding area would be a sea of blood. A sea of blood, huh? Two dead bodies floating in a sea of blood. That's enough to make anybody faint. Okay, so maybe the killer doesn't like blood, or has like hematophobia, is that what it's called? Fear of blood. And that's what they tried to like wipe it away on the floor too. Alright, let's do the thing that I don't want to do. Oh wait, there's something else. Oh, the heater. That's why everything's so fucking hot. Just look at the music's menu AC unit. That's right, you might be able to adjust hot air in the music venue with this. Alright, I should mess around with it a little. So like, it's running as a heater over 86 degrees Fahrenheit. How much is that in Celsius? Sorry, I am not Burger Man from America. 30. I mean, 30 is hot. It is hot. I complain about 30, but like 30 is like every day for me, so it's running as a heater. Yeah. Now I know why it's so damn hot. I better turn off the heat for now. That should cool things off a little. Okay. AC temperature. Why was it set to hot? I don't know, but sure. But I can't believe that Ibuki was fucking murdered at Teddy Typhoon. Okay, wait, what's this? Hemp bag. Oh, the bag, yeah. Ibuki had a hemp bag on her head and was hanging from the ceiling. But why does she have a hemp bag on her head? Wait, that hemp bag, upon further investigation, there's a Monomi decal on the fabric. That's the Monokuma prize at the theater, I remember. Fuck. It looks like this isn't just a normal bag. Yeah? It's the bag that Monokuma had at the theater, I remember. No, I wanted to check my Digimon. Okay, we're doing fine. Okay, Ibuki, hi. Ibuki's body lay atop the stage. She was wearing the hospital gown she was wearing she was wearing the hospital kimono she was wearing when she was sick. Oh! What's this on Ibuki's feet? I didn't notice when she was hanging, but the soles of her are dirty. Fucking blood, yeah. But there shouldn't be any external injuries on Ibuki's body. If that's the case, the blood belongs to someone else. Yep. Blood on the soul has been added to the truth bullet section in our handbook.
Damn right.
Hey, Hajime, can I talk to you for a second? You already discovered the body before you met up with us, right? Yeah, at first I don't know if it was because Ibuki because of the handbag, though. But I knew right away she was dead, since she was hanging from that rope.
Like,
Which means Ibuki must have died before Hiyoko was tied up. That helps. There's no time of death when written in the Monokuma file this time, so I really wasn't sure who died first. I'm pretty sure Hiyoko died first. It's true the estimated time of death wasn't written on the Monokuma file this time, but I should know when Ibuki died because I personally saw it. Yeah. But we don't know if that is Ibuki though. I don't see the hair. That's why I knew it was Ibuki the first time when I walked in and saw the body hanging. That big Ibuki was climbing the stepladder on her own, so right after that... Wait, hold on. If Ibuki climbed that stepladder and right after, does that mean she committed suicide? Hajime? Okay, buddy. You saw someone walk and hang themselves. I mean, I don't think it was an actual suicide. I think she was manipulated into committing suicide. That's what it was. No, that's impossible, because even if Ibuki committed suicide, it doesn't explain Hiyoko's death afterward. Two different deaths happen at the same time. There's no way that's a coincidence. Are we done? Well, no, we have to go into this room, probably. Let's do that. There's a door that says staff only. Looks like the inside is a storage room. I bet I was investigating here, too. Oh boy. Hi, Nagito. How are you doing? Okay. There was a lot of these stickers. There's a lot of stickers with the Benio's logo placed in here. Looks like they made a bunch of them. I had too many left over. It feels somewhat depressing. Huh? Compared to last time, it feels like there are less stickers than before. Am I overthinking this? Yes, because there were like placed around... Wait! This is the fabric. That is the fucking fabric that was hanging from the ceiling that Gundam saw. There's carpeting, wallpaper, and paint on the shelf. It's probably used for stage decorations. Huh? This thick black paper that's folded on the lower shelf. It looks like wallpaper. There are lots of stickers pasted all over the floor side for this wallpaper. And this edge of the wallpaper looks a little torn, but what does that mean? Well, you know, the game doesn't know when I investigate these things, so it doesn't solve it for me, even though it's fucking obvious. Okay, musical instruments. There's a lot of different musical instruments lined up here. I know about guitars and drums, but there are even instruments and machines I've never seen before, but they don't look like they pertain to the case. Full-length mirror. You can see your whole body in this huge full-length mirror. It's probably used for checking costumes. With a mirror this big, it would be easy to check how you look. Sure, Hajime. Now, did you come here to investigate the storage room too? I just wanted to confirm what you were thinking. Is that it? Or is he trying to stand guard here? So how about it? Did you find any clues? The tipped over stepladder on the stage, the duct behind the Hiyoko, that probably all came from the storage room. There might be other things from the storage room that they used for the crime. You always pretend to give me hints, but in the end you're just going to be on the killer's side, right? Ah, I'm not siding with the killer, you know. I'm siding on the side of the greater hope.
but...
That's the main reason why this case is really special.
Man.
But I can't say for certain though. What's this guy saying? As usual, he's not making any sense. By the way, Hajime, I still don't quite understand the details of what happened.
Right?
Hey, if you can explain it to me in detail, I think I would be able to give you some useful information. Really? You might end up confusing us again instead. You don't want to find the truth, you just want to make us suffer. That's not true. I'm doing this because I believe it's for everyone's sake. You believe that! And we have determined that you're worthless and a piece of shit, so maybe don't act based on your emotions. Maybe just don't do anything, and you'll be more useful that way. Oh well, for the sake of everyone's hope, I'll gladly become the enemy, and I won't even mind if when I die.
Damn it.
That's the main reason why I can't overlook this case this time. What does that mean? Regardless, I guess you're not gonna tell me, huh? Then it can't be helped. I guess I'll just rely on my own gut feelings. Gut feelings? You should come by later too. I'll go there first and wait for you. Where exactly are you talking about? Well, obviously the movie theater. After he said that, Naito walked out of my sight. Yeah, because of the bag. Movie theater? Why the sudden interest in the movie theater? Well, I guess that's everything important in the storage room. I guess I should go back to the music venue. Okay. Who's gonna talk? Alright, with this, we might be close to finish investigating the music venue, but I still need to talk to Mikan. I need to make sure I get those autopsy results from her. How about this, Mikan? Have you found anything by now? To tell the truth, it's been very inconclusive, but it's not my fault. The music venue is just too hot. Because of the heat, I can't estimate the time of death. Because of the heat? Is that possible? If a body is ever exposed to heat or cold, you won't be able to determine a precise time of death. I see, that might have been the killer's goal. They covered up the time of death by using the heater to make the inside of the music venue hot. But that's weird. Even if this heat is the killer's doing, is there any reason for them to cover up the time of death? I agree, as long as I saw it, it should be clear what order of the murders occurred. First was Ibuki, then Hiyoko. And as long as this is an imitation murder, there shouldn't be any mistake in the order of the murders. Imitation murder? You don't know, Hajime. I thought everyone already knew. It's a murder where the killer uses a creative work, like a song or a film, as an outline for their killings. It's so common in detective novels, mangas, and video games that you start to get annoyed by it. How would an imitation murder be related to this murder? Because we're in a video game, idiot! Well, based on the killing order and the way they were killed, it's clearly an imitation of that movie. Oh, I actually don't know what movie they're talking about. That movie? Oh, is it the movie Monokuma showed in the theaters? The assumption is an imitation murder is the reason why the killer killed two people. The goal was an imitation killer. Even so, why did they feel the need to do something like that? Excuse me, if this was really an imitation of that movie, then is it possible that one more person might have been killed? Fuck! Is the movie that I didn't watch it's gonna tell me that 3 people were murdered, and the third one should be Nekomaru? Because, well, who have we not seen yet in a while? Nekomaru, Soda. That's it. It's certainly conceivable if the killer wishes to complete the imitation. Hold on a second. What are you all talking about? An imitation murder? One more person might have been killed? Are you guys worried that there's gonna be another victim? Then no worries. Things will get out of hand too fast if a bunch of people could be killed at once. I'm a real cautious fella, so I prepare a perfect countermeasure. Ahem. On this killing school trip, the same Blacken can only kill a maximum of 2 people. You mean you have added another rule? Well, if killing everyone at once is okay, the Blacken will be able to secure an easy victory, right? This new rule will prevent that. Make sure you slam it into your tiny brains. If it's a maximum of 2 people, then there will not be any more killings. Since you're here anyway, can I ask you one more thing? You know, I just want to confirm one of the class trial rules. I see, I suspected of you. You're very strict about games. I don't want to consider this possibility at all, and I don't even want to think someone would do this. If 2 cases occur at once, what happens if there are 2 killers? There might be 2 killers, because they're bringing up the possibility. Like, they're bringing up the question, so it could be true. Huh? Like I said, I'm talking about the possibility that Ibuki and Hyoko were killed by 2 different people. That would mean that 2 killers exist at the same time, but we can only vote for one person, right? We can only choose one based on a majority vote. The other person could certainly achieve victory. Yeah, you're right. So what happens in that case? What about a case where there are 3 incidents instead of 2? Or 4 incidents overlap one another? Shut up! Shut up! It's okay, I'll make extra sure something like that never happens. Meaning 2 killers can't exist at the same time, so it's safe to say that applies to this case too. Oh, Alright, fine. That's right. There's always one killer at any given time. Even if they had an accomplice, I'll have you figure out who the mastermind is. Man, I ended up giving you a huge hint. She made me say it. She? Okay, oh yeah, Chiaki. Gamer brains are not to be underestimated. I should just shut up and go back to my cave. I see, so there's no possibility for two killers to exist at the same time. With this, I guess that narrows things down a little. Yep, that makes things a little easier. Plus, if the same killer can kill a maximum of 2 people, it means a third victim would be impossible. Imitation murder breakthrough. You guys keep saying that, and it sounds strange to me. What do you guys mean by imitation? Could it be you haven't seen it? Seen it? Seriously, seen what?
So,
Like I said, that movie.
oh my.
When we first explored this island, when Akuma was passing out imitation stickers, then the imitation is... Of course, it's an imitation of that movie. Well, based on the murders this time, it closely resembles that movie, as if they were copying it. As if they copied the movie. I see, Nagito mentioned something about that. This happened 3 minutes ago. I see, so you haven't seen it. Still, it's not too late, I think. It's probably a good idea if you watch that movie before the class trial starts. Looks like I need to do that. Then I should get going too. There are other places I want to investigate. Where do you intend to go next, Chiaki? Probably the hospital for sure. The first victim Ibuki was there. I don't know what was going on at the hospital in the first place. Thanks to that despair disease, we could not go there for some time. She's right, it might be good for me to investigate the hospital too. There might be some clues related to Ibuki's death. For clues related to Hiyoko's death, I should try going over to the motel. There's still a lot of things I can do before the class trial. I'll definitely give it my all until the end. Okay. You two are still here. It's very difficult to estimate the time of death, but it's not my fault. It's because the music menu is so hard. I got that already, come on. But if the girl was behind us, is there any reason for them to cover the time of death? As long as this is an imitation murder, there's no mistaking the order of the murders. They're deceiving you then. Not just that, I also witnessed it. It should be clear what the order of murders occur. If this was Ibuki, then Kyoko. No, because there was fucking blood on 2 clues for Ibuki. Idiot. Like, the murder couldn't have happened and then tied up in 10 minutes. She was tied up in 10 minutes, but the murder took place before. Somebody could have even fucking ordered Ibuki to kill Hiyoko. And then order Ibuki to commit suicide. That could have even happened. But maybe not, because Ibuki didn't have any blood on her. Just a little more time and I'll be back to my old self. This ain't like me at all. Okay, let's sleep. Okay, we have to check out the movie, we have to check out the motel, we have to check out the hospital. I cannot believe it. This game had the fucking guilt to kill both of my favorite characters. Just like back to back. Back to fucking back. Okay, where's the motel? There it is. There are 2 people missing in our crew, by the way. Kazuichi and Nekomaru. I just remember I never went inside any of the rooms in the motel. Plus, I don't even know where Hiyoko's room is. It might be faster to just ask someone. Hey, bro. Bro.
Damn right.
Hey, Hajime, can you explain it to me again? What happened when you first discovered Ibuki's body? It was the same as we found it with you guys. Ibuki's body was came from the Baton lighting. However, there were no body discovered announced in Maine. That's when I get to get you guys. I met up with Chiaki to a motel, and we were able to go back to the music venue. You met up with Mikan and me. And when we went back to the music venue, the entrance door wouldn't open for some reason. So we had no choice but to break down the door and discover Hiyoko's body was suddenly there too. Yeah, that's what happened. This is the most important part. Hi Marksy, how are you doing? We're investigating the deceased rocker. Hi. When you arrived at the motel, who else saw you besides Chiaki? Gundam. As I recall, Monomi and Gundam. Did you hear me? A body was found. A body was found. Body. Bah. Could it be? Do you intend to spread lies like Nagito in order to confuse us all? Besides Chiaki, I also saw Gundam and Monomi. I see, so Kazuichi and Sonia didn't appear, huh? Do you think the two are suspicious? Well, Hiyoko was killed between the time you saw Ibuki's body and when we broke down the door, right? So obviously those two are the most suspicious since they weren't with us. That might be it, but while we're at it, let me tell you my alibi too. When the morning Monokuma announcement woke me up, I went straight to the hospital. I saw Mikan panicking in front of the hospital. I asked her what was going on. She said Ibuki disappeared. So you guys split up and looked for Ibuki.
yeah.
Well, we were circling the island. We came to the motel and saw you guys there. Did you see anyone else while you circled the island?
Well,
No, we went to the movie theater and the street full of machines to look for Ibuki, but we didn't see anyone. Are you implying I don't have an alibi because I didn't run into anyone? It's unreasonable for you to doubt me. The time Mikan and I were on our own looking for Ibuki wasn't very long. In that short time, there's no way I could have killed Hiyoko and wrapped her on the pillow with duct tape. It's true, I feel like there wasn't enough time to do that after I left the music venue. How are you doing today, Marcy? I hate this case, but we're doing it. Also, this stream shouldn't be very long. I'm just gonna do investigation. Because otherwise, doing great. I'm interested to see what we can get from this investigation. Yeah, I'm not gonna do the trial because if I did the trial, the stream would last 8 hours. So I'm not doing that today because it's like 9 p.m. So by the end of the investigation, it's gonna be like almost 11, and then we're gonna do the trial until like 4 a.m. Fuck that. I'm just gonna do investigation. Like, if anything last case taught me is that I need to split investigation and trials because the investigations can last for like 2 hours too. But the fact that Hiyoko was killed and we discovered her body. What, do you still doubt me? Well, I'm used to it. It's true. I've done things that I deserve to be doubted for. So don't worry, even if you doubt me, I don't plan on dismembering you and encasing you in concrete. That's reassuring. I want to know in advance what I have to do to end up like that. Okay. Fukiko Sakan has been able to 2 bullets. Okay, here's the thing. Everyone thinks that Ibuki died first and then Hiyoko. Because when I saw the body first, it was Ibuki. And I saw Ibuki apparently hanging herself. And then Hiyoko wasn't there when I first saw her. And then she was there when the second time we came here. But the thing is that Ibuki had blood in her shoe soles. Also, there was blood on the stepladder. And the other thing, and this is something that I thought about, is that we can't go back to see it, but on the cutscene where we see Ibuki, quote unquote Ibuki, hanging herself when she's walking to the stepladder. When we saw like the live stream, I don't see Ibuki's hair coming off of the bag, which also solves the question of why is there a bag in the head. So that makes me think that whoever we saw on the live stream wasn't Ibuki, and then Ibuki was hung afterwards, or maybe even before. Perhaps Kyoko died first then. I'm pretty sure she died first. Because also, even Hajime says, well, it's a little bit crazy to think that the killer would be able to kill Hiyoko and wrap her body with duct tape to that level, to that degree, in like 10 minutes. So what I'm thinking is that she died first, then Ibuki was hung, and then her body was placed there with the duct tape. But the murder happened before. And I was thinking, because here's the thing, Ibuki had the weird hypnosis where she was like super submissive for some reason. Like that was her deal. So I'm thinking someone could have just said, hey, go hang yourself there. That would really help me out. And she was like, understood. And then she just went and did it. Or someone told her, go kill Hiyoko. And she was like, Roger. And she just went and did it. Which would suck. Either of those suck. Because they completely removed Ibuki's like willpower to do anything. If that is the case. Okay, Gundam, what do you have to say? By the way, we haven't seen you yet. Soda or Nekomaru. At all. Nekomaru we haven't seen in like a day and a half. And Soda hasn't shown up yet. So, that's that. You're here, right? Coming out. Huh? Are you talking about me? I can see you. Do you really think you could hide your presence like that? I wasn't trying to hide in the first place. Hey, which room was Hiyoko staying in? Open the door to the center room. However, are you prepared? Make sure you pray to whatever god you hold dear, and you might want to bring up an extra pair of underwear. I wonder, how does this guy talk to his parents and teachers? I would like to know that. God, he's such a chunny asshole. I love that. Okay, Hyoko's room. Looks like it's locked, but we do have the key. Yes, Hiyoko had this key in her kimono. Like, also like super like deep in her kimono. So there's like no way the killer could have like touched it. So, also like Hyoko's kimono sash was like weirdly like backwards. I think they mentioned that. Oh, the other thing that they mentioned is that the blood, there wasn't a lot of blood at the murder, and apparently it was because they placed the duct tape in her neck almost so the blood wouldn't leak out. And there was also like a smidge of blood on the stage floor, but it was like smudged, like deliberately. And the question was, why would you smudge the blood or try to prevent blood from showing up in a murder scene? Like, what's the point? And that made me think maybe the killer has some kind of like hematophobia. Is that what it's called? When you cannot see blood, it terrifies you, like Toko a little bit. So maybe the murder has something like that. The key was inside her kimono. Maybe if I use this, crick, it opened just as I thought. The key was to Hyoko's room key. All right, I should go inside. Okay, let's see her room. So Hiyoko is staying here. She only stayed for a few nights, so it doesn't really feel like a room, but I feel a little conflicted. Hey, Sonia's here. Oh, perhaps I tried to stop the blood leakage so that the Lish Pure Blue wouldn't show that she was killed first. Yeah, but like what I was... Oh yeah, okay, no. So what that is supposed to be is that maybe she wouldn't bleed out because she was killed like much earlier. Like maybe Hiyoko died like last night and the duct tape is so there's no like blood leaking, but there wouldn't be any blood leaking at all, but it makes us think that it's recent because she was killed a long time ago. Because here's the other thing that I didn't mention, is that the air conditioner unit in the room was set up to like 86 Fahrenheit, which is 30 Celsius, which is why it was so hot. And Mikan said it's impossible for her to determine a time of death because of the heat. So that could be the case. Maybe Hiyoko was killed like a long time ago, and we can't tell because there's no blood, but because there's tape, it makes us think that there would be blood when there wouldn't be because she was dead for a long time. I don't remember, when was the last time everyone saw Hiyoko? That's what I need to ask. Well, even then, it could have been like a full like 8 hours ago, 10 hours ago. Yeah, like it could have been easily 10 hours ago because this is first thing in the morning, so. Oh, the door open. Yeah, Hiyoko put the key in her kimono, so I used that to open it. How were you here too? How did you get here if you didn't have the room key? Oh, I see. What, did something happen? No, it's just, I'm starting to believe it might be my fault. Her fault? What does she mean? How did you get here if you don't have the room key? It was locked, right? The moment Hiyoko came to this motel, she completely shut herself in this room. She was afraid of the despair disease, so she was cautious of you guys too, right? However, her fear of the disease was not the only reason she locked herself in her room. She had another reason. Besides the disease, what other reason would make her lock herself in that room? Her kimono. Her kimono? Yesterday I went to go talk to her. Since she had been in her room for some time, I told her it might be good for her to go outside for a bit. She kept the door to her room locked, but by coincidence it was not locked at that time. And then I saw it. Hiyoko was crying and struggling with her kimono sash. She did not want to smell bad, so she took a shower, but then she could not tie her sash anymore. Mahiru is no longer with us, so I believe she was having trouble with that. She didn't leave her room because she couldn't tie her kimono, huh?
You are right.
The others might have thought it was just a silly sash, but it must have been a serious issue for her. Hiyoko told me that she learned how to tie her sash from Mahiru, then Mahiru kindly taught her the basics. That's why she wanted to be able to tie her sash on her own.
Perhaps
She probably could not forgive herself for not being able to do it, especially since Mahiru taught her. I could not really understand her feelings, which is why I said what I did. What did you say?
Hyoko, by chance, are you having trouble wearing your kimono?
Stupid! What are you saying? Of course I can do it! Because Mahiru taught me. That's why I can do it on my own.
If that is the case, how about you do it someplace where there is a mirror?
There is a mirror in the storage room at the fucking titty place, the music venue. There is a full mirror for a full body. So
Do you remember the full-length mirror in the storage room?
she just straight up says it. Also, this was last night, so maybe she went to do it there.
Standing in front of a large mirror, I am confident you will be successful. Also, shutting yourself in your room like this may be bad for your health.
Oh, maybe the killer. Well, no. How do we line this up with Ibuki? Well, because I was thinking maybe this happened yesterday, and the killer was like, "I'm gonna tell Ibuki to go hang herself," and then Hiyoko just happened to be there, and she saw it, and then the killer was like, "Well, I have to kill her now." But if that is the case, then why would Ibuki went missing this morning? Just this morning, I think. Unless the killer is Mikan. Because like we're going on the assumption that, well, Hajime was there like all day yesterday until nighttime. So if the murder could have happened at nighttime, yeah. So it is possible that like Mikan tried to kill Ibuki in the nighttime. And then in the morning she was like, "Oh, I don't know where she is." Hajime didn't check on Ibuki at the morning because I wanted to do that and I couldn't. I remember that. I remember when the game railroaded me into fucking checking on fucking Naito. Anyway, oh yeah. Another thing that everyone mentioned. And that was when she kicked me out. Another thing everyone mentioned is that, remember that movie that I didn't watch? That Hajime didn't watch at the movie theater? That we saw Naito walk out of it and he was like, "Yeah, that movie sucked." Apparently this murder is a replication of a murder that happens in the movie. So sort of like the video game. Like the video game in the previous trial. It's kind of like that. So we have to go watch that movie now. Because everybody saw it except for me. So
It cannot be.
could it be Hiyoko? Remember that? I was saying she went to the music venue to wear her kimono. Wasn't the reason why you couldn't see Ibuki at this point was because Mikan said she was sleeping in her room? Did she? I don't remember. Was Mikan there with me, or was it just... No, yeah, I think Mikan was there with me, wasn't she? Yeah, she was there with me, and then I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go chill at the lobby," and then I saw the transmission, and then I ran away on my own. I think that's how it went down. Hiyoko locked her room and made sure she put on the room key inside her kimono. I can't imagine that she was abducted by someone. If so, that's weird. Hey, did you tell anyone about that before the incident? Or was someone listening to your conversation? I never told this to anyone. I do not believe anyone was listening in on our conversation. Nobody knew? If that's the case, how did the killer know Hiyoko was going to the music venue? Something's wrong. Sorry, a second. Okay. Anything else? How did Sonia get in her room? If the room was locked? The bed isn't messed up. It doesn't look like she was abducted in her sleep. Hey, there's the Monokuma. There's a mirror, but it's so small and rusty. There's no way anyone can use this. I don't see anything else that looks suspicious. There's no signs that someone made a mess of her room. And I don't think she was forcefully abducted. I feel like I don't really find anything important, though. Oh well. I found you, bitch.
No.
Yes, Monokuma, I found you. Okay, what else? That's it? That appears to be it. Yeah, okay, we're leaving. Okay. The Monokuma on the toilet. Yeah, man. He was making bears. Well, that's it for you two. So I suppose we're leaving. Okay, let's go check up that movie. Well, actually, let's go check up on the hospital. Let's look for Ibuki clues. Okay, Soda's here. Hi. Hey, you prepared that surveillance camera unit, right? Yeah, so? I didn't make any weird modifications or anything. It looks like I'm suspicious or anything. Did you get this from the shady looking alley where all those machines were lined up?
Right.
Yeah, I just tweaked it a little. Then if there are other surveillance camera units, wouldn't it be possible to transmit a signal to the hospital from those cameras too? No, that's impossible. Originally, the surveillance cameras and surveillance monitors only used as part of the same unit. The video was filmed when the hospital camera can only be viewed by the hospital monitor. The video was filmed with the music venue camera can only be seen with the music venue monitor. Like, I remember he switched the monitors and the cameras, I think. But if I left it like that, we wouldn't have been able to communicate, so I decided to swap the cameras. So that's how you guys were able to view the hospital footage from the music venue and vice versa. However, each surveillance camera unit manages its broadcast based on a specific number. So even if you bring the same model camera or monitor, you won't be able to interfere with the signal. Meaning, even if another surveillance camera exists, it wouldn't be impossible to broadcast with it. However, I didn't just swap the cameras, I modified them and increased the wireless range. If I hadn't done that, I wouldn't have been able to use it. You're right, you did work on that. Okay, so that means that whatever I saw, it was actually that camera that was there. Chiaki, what do you have to say, girl?
Well,
I feel like I haven't been here in a while, even though it's only really been a few days. Okay. Yeah, level up. How's my Digimon doing? Okay, we're good. Okay. So, something that I'm still thinking about is that when I talked to Nagito this morning, when he was delirious, he mentioned like 2 Ibukis or some shit, didn't she? Didn't he? There's a surveillance camera unit on top of the reception desk. As long as it's the music surveillance camera unit is destroyed, it will be impossible to broadcast with this.
Hajime.
Hey Hajime, there's something I want to ask you. You first discovered Ibuki's body at the music venue, right? But why did you go to the music venue? You had a reason for that, right? Did you see something with this camera?
That's right.
Oh, I also want to ask you that. It'd be different if the surveillance camera unit could record, but it's only good for household transmission. Tell me, Hajime. Yeah, that's exactly it. I saw a strange video on that surveillance camera unit. It showed the music venue stage. There was a black curtain hanging like there is now. I don't know which side of the stepladder this is. Is it the left one or the right one? Can I check my truth bullets? Okay. It's on this side. It's on this side. It's straight up on this side. There should be a bloodstain there. But there isn't. I know the black curtain isn't the only thing hanging. So the bloodstain should be on this side, right? Because of the orientation, the pipe is, the metal is going in. Yeah, the bloodstain should be on that side. It specifically details that it's on the left side too. So, okay, we know that this was recorded before there was a bloodstain there. But the whole display was pretty dark because they were just using candlelight. There was a rope hanging from the ceiling, and beneath that there was a stepladder on the floor. And right away, okay, look at that. A person wearing a hospital gown and handbag on their head appear. I mean, you can't really see it because it's from profile, but I don't see any semblance of Ibuki's hair there. Like nothing. And the reason why I identified Ibuki when it happened before they revealed her face was because I could tell by the strands of hair. And right now I can't see nothing. I didn't know who it was because her face was covered, but now I know it must have been Ibuki. She walked straight to the stepladder and without any hesitation. You don't see it. You never see any hair. Yeah, who could it have been then? I mean, you can like make assumptions from the body build. Well, not really. It really could be anyone. Like, it could be like anyone except for like Nekomaru. Because it's too beef. Okay, so it could, like, I don't think it's him because I think it's gonna make it to the end of the game. But it could be his complexity, his body build. It could be you. It could be you. It could be her. I don't think Chiaki. First of all, she's very short. Also, I think she's also too important. It could theoretically be Sonia if she like put her hair up. I suppose the same with Akane, which I assume they would do. Mikan is somewhat short, so maybe that's not her. Right? She's 5'4", because the person that looks tall doesn't the person that look tall. I think they do. Looks like a lanky ass motherfucker. Don't they? Or am I crazy? So, you, how tall are you? 5'6". He's as tall as me. So, maybe him, maybe. I think not you. You are tall, 5'7". What is Ibuki's height, since they would have to be similar, right? I think Ibuki was somewhat tall. 5'3". Actually, no. Fuck that. She's super short. She's super short. Oh my fuck. I hate seeing her dead. Well, Pickle is 5'6". Okay. She was 4'2". Fucking manlet. Okay, Sonia. Akane. It's not Nekomaru. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. Okay, so Nagito, Gundam, maybe Kazuichi, Akane, Sonia, and that's it. That's the list of people this could be. She climbed a stepladder on her free will and then she grabbed the rope and that's all I saw. The candlelight being used must have been snuffed out or something because the screen went all dark all of a sudden and it wasn't displaying anything anymore. No, it's not the candlelight because, okay, so, you can't really, is it a truth bullet? I don't think it was. The transmission device on the music menu, there it is. It was destroyed. So I think that's what it was. But then that would mean that there's an well, no, not necessarily. So here's the thing. This could be the killer, and they're making it look like Ibuki's gonna hang herself. But why would they do that? Why? Because if I go on the theory that that's not her because of the hair, then... Ah, damn it. Let's keep going. Well, if it's kind of like goes out, obviously nothing will show up. Motors and Villain's camera have an infrared functions, so things can still show up even in the dark. But the one I got for the Machine Alley was a really old model. Hold on.
Well?
You saw the thing destroyed, so obviously the machine was destroyed, and that's why you stopped seeing things. At the time, you said you didn't know the person was wearing the handbag was Ibuki, right? Yeah. You didn't know it was her, but you saw she was trying to hang herself, so you rushed over to the music venue to try and stop her. But it didn't make it in time. Still, if she climbed the stepladder on her own, does that mean she committed suicide? Wouldn't that mean she's her own killer? Ibuki committed suicide? What do you think, Chiaki? There's no doubt Ibuki climbed the stepladder on her own, right? Yeah, there's no doubt. But she was super suggestible because of her condition. If so... Hey, don't think for so long. If you don't know, just be honest about it. Well, of course she doesn't. There's no way we'd be able to figure that out so easily. Oh yeah, I need to investigate the conference room on the second floor. I'm heading over there. What the hell? She ran away all of a sudden. She's saying conference room, so why would she mention the conference room all of a sudden? Also, it might just be overthinking, but did she seem just a little upset? Okay. Let's go to the conference room. It's definitely Nekomaru. The thing about Nekomaru is that hi, girl. Here's the thing. Well, no, let's talk about her. Let's talk to her. Let's see what she has to say. Yeah, finally getting back to my normal self. Hajime, help me out with my recovery. You can touch my boobs if you... Taking a screenshot of that, just because... and he's like, no thanks. She was barely when she was quiet. It would be so much better if she was still feeling the after effects. She'd beat me up if I said that out loud. Anyway, why are you here?
Hey!
Well, I've never been sick or hurt before, so I had no idea, but hospital gowns are pretty comfy. I was thinking I might as well keep wearing one. Don't tell me you plan to wear hospital gowns from now on. That's the idea, but it looks like they're out of stock. It looked like there was one gown for each patient's room, so I thought there would be more in the empty room. There's only one kimono for every person. So that's it. For each patient's room, specifically. Okay, no. Then that means that there was one more, wasn't there? Because there's 4 patient rooms. The first one was Ibuki, the second one was Nagito, the third one was Akane, and the fourth one, I could never go inside that room. Ever. I tried to go into the fourth room every time and they wouldn't allow me. So that means that there is one more gown. And I don't know if Nekomaru was in that room. He could have been. But I don't know. There weren't any gowns? Yeah, that's right. Ibuki died wearing one, so the only one left is the one Nagito was wearing. I have no choice, so I should just use Nagito's. It's a unisex size, so I'll probably be able to fit in it. Hold on, what happened to the gown you were wearing? Are you saying I should wear the one I already wore? That's gross! Wearing clothes someone else was wearing is even grosser. Yeah, exactly, like, what is happening here? Nothing to deal with, Ali. I totally left Mikan back at the music venue. Crap, I gotta go back soon! Well, it's okay, since I already investigated the music venue, but leaving her on guard duty was a bad idea. Fuck that. What about this room? Looks like this is an open room. There shouldn't be any body inside. I should look somewhere else. Fuck off, game! So here's the thing. I'm like actually kind of suspicious of Akane. I was about to say that before I talked to her. Because, okay, it's not you. Okay, you're sus. Because, okay, here's the thing. I'm thinking about who is being helpful in this investigation, right? And you are being helpful, and I don't think it's you. I don't think it's ever going to be you. You were just helpful. I suppose you could be helpful. Consider helpful, yes. You were maybe helpful. You said that you couldn't determine anything because of the heat, so I don't think you were that helpful, but okay, so you're sus because of that. Akane hasn't been helpful at all. At all. And the only time that we talked to her, she talked about some dumb shit that didn't matter. Well, she mentioned the hospital gowns, but that just gives me more questions. Because she said there's one gown for every patient room. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this is a patient's room. It tells me right there. This is a patient's room. Look at it. So there should be 4 gowns. So Ibuki's, Nagito's, Akane's, and whatever. So my question is still, what the fuck happened to Nekomaru? Like, was he in the 4th room and we just never knew? Also, what the fuck is this still? I want to investigate that. Okay, conference room. What's in here? What's this? It's pitch black. I can't see anything. Where's the switch? Don't turn it on. Chiaki, are you there? If you turn on the light, it's gonna be fully exposed. It would be embarrassing. What's fully exposed? Oh, she's changing clothes, like another gown or... Hey, Hajime. If you poke out your eyes, you can't turn on the light. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna poke them out? I'm not gonna poke out my eyes.
Aw.
Oh, bummer. Troll fail. No sooner did she finish saying that, I heard the dry sounds of curtain being drawn. There was a flash of intense light that stung my eyes a little. I squinted my eyes until they started adjusting to the light. Okay, what were we talking about then? And I saw Chiaki finish opening the curtains that was covering the window.
Hey, hey.
Were you surprised? Surprised? I don't get it.
Well,
I got it. Got what?
see?
The curtains in this conference room are designed to completely block out the lights. Oh! Is one of these curtains what they... Okay, well, she's talking about specifically the fact that they block out lights, but is one of these curtains the curtain that was in the fucking music venue? Because did we look at them? There we go. Black curtain at the very back of the music venue stage. It's not wide enough to reach the side of the stage. It looks like it was brought from the supermarket and not something that was originally here. So did they bring it from here? Or is this the same kind of curtain? There's a projector in here, so they were probably careful about light shining through. See? A black curtain that blocks light is also long enough to reach the floor. It's perfect. A black light blocking curtain. That's why it was so dark. Is there something wrong with it? I'm still in the middle of investigating, so it's a secret. Oh, the other one's curtain seems to be gone too. Well, that's what I thought, like just now, but she was just covering both windows, which is why it was dark. So, yes, it's the same kind of curtain, I think, but it's not from this room. It wasn't stolen from this room. Otherwise, she wouldn't have been able to block out the lights fully. Yep, she's upset. But still, what was that all about? That bit about being embarrassing if her look and troll fail? I just wanted to mess with you. Yep, she's definitely upset. Why is she acting so childish? I guess I'm done investigating the hospital. I should move on to a different place. Is that it? Is that really it? It's a really big window. The room looks more spacious thanks to that. It's a really, yeah, whatever. And there we go, black curtain. So this was live looking curtain. That's why it was so pitch black. Yeah, okay. Never mind. So I don't think there's anything else then. I don't know what's happening to Chiaki, but sure. Okay, what's over here? I think that's it for the hospital though. Then we should go to the theater and see what's going on there. But, yeah, I don't think there's anything here. Let's leave. I still don't know what the deal is with Nekomaru, and until they fucking tell me, I'm not gonna shut up about it. Well, can I check Ibuki's room? Looks like this is an open room, there shouldn't be anybody inside. I should look somewhere else. Fuck you. Let me look inside the patient's rooms. Look, this is an open room, I should look... Game. The game doesn't want me to have enough clues. I mean, yes. They want me to have exactly the clues that they want me to have. I can't investigate further. Okay, let's leave. Okay. Okay, what are we doing? That's the one. Wait. The Wizard of Monomi. That's what. Okay. Hi, Nagito.
Hello there.
Why, hello there, Hajime. I knew you'd come here. That means you noticed it too, right? The case this time is an imitation case in which the killer used the movie as their theme. I wouldn't know, I haven't watched the movie yet. I see, then you really should watch this movie first. Hey manager, a customer's here.
Did you call me?
Yes, do you call me? Wow, Hajime's a customer. Do you have a problem with that? Yeah, you said you didn't want to watch it, but I knew you wanted to see it all along. If that's what Tsundere Hajime looks like, then you're a really tough guy. The Wizard of Monomi? Really? Yes, really. You're so devoted to being Tsundere, you even bought the Monokuma sticker for $1.5 million. You paid $1.5 million for a sticker? It's nothing. In exchange for not watching the movie, Hajime paying $1.5 million for a Monokuma sticker. Come on, since we're talking about it anyway, why don't you show it to Naito? Stop it! But my resistance was in vain, and Monokuma reached into my pocket and took the sticker. Say, it's this one! I'm sorry, I was born stupid. You bought this for $1.5 million? But in the end, he's still gonna watch the movie. Who cares about that anymore? Just hurry up and beat me an invitation sticker. Okay, here you go. Yeah, it's called The Wizard of Monomi. Invitation ticket effective today on the day, this date at this time. Okay. By the way, I can only give away one ticket per person. You only have one chance to watch it for free. I already stamped today's date onto the ticket, so you won't be able to cheat. Don't worry, I only plan to watch it once. Then I'll go prepare the projection reel. Please, wait a bit, okay? Haha, Sun Hajime. Sun. Hajime, about that invitation ticket. I strongly recommend you keep that safe. Why? You know something isn't right when even Nagito is concerned about your actions. No reason, just think about it as a protective charm. Well, because that way you are able to say, well, I watched that movie that day. I didn't watch it before, therefore I'm innocent. Because I couldn't do an imitation thing because I hadn't seen the movie. The movie's invitation ticket has been added to the Truth Bullet section of the handbook. I guess I should just wait until Monokuma finishes his preparations. Can I get some popcorn in there? It's a food shop. A lot of things like popcorn, sandwiches, and drinks are arranged here. I don't think this pertains to the incident at all. This reminds me, that item should be on top of the counter. Yeah, the bag. So, okay, the other thing. The bag that was on Ibuki's head is this bag. This one looks like a tote bag made of hemp cloth with a decal of Monomi's face on it. This was the bag that was on Ibuki's head. Is it a truth bullet? Well, no, it's not, but that's the bag. Ah, did I get your eye? But it's an all-purpose tote bag used for a variety of common tasks. It's a limited item. Only one person can have it. Okay, so there's only one in existence. If the tote bag is gone, that means...
What's this?
Wow there! Were you interested in buying that tote bag? Well, that's just too bad. I already sold out. Who do you sell it to? Stupid! There's no way I'll fall for that. There's no way I'd say someone that reveal who the killer is. So the killer bought it. Ah! I remember you said there was only one because it's a limited item, right? It's not limited to one. It's more like it's limited to one person. Oh, so there could be multiple, but you can only get one. You yourself can only get one. When you buy one bag, you get another one free. It's a common practice to bait customers with bonus prizes. Wait, so for some reason hearing you say that pisses me off. Oh, so there's two then. Now then, I should forget that I carelessly made a slip of the tongue. Looks like the preparations are complete, so please enter the theater right away. This is exciting! Exciting! We're going in. Let's go. I apologize for keeping you waiting. Sorry, give me a second. Oh boy. Yeah, I wanted to check something out. Then everything fell apart. There we go. Better. Okay. World famous director Monokuma presents a stunning masterpiece that reduced American audiences to tears. The Wizard of Monomi 2.5D will be screening shortly. From the title alone, I have a bad feeling about this 2.5D that sounds so half-assed. Now then,
Relax and enjoy the film.
enjoy! What do we want to watch? It's gonna be some dumb shit. Wizard of Monomi 2.5D.
Monokuma was born in a remote village full of old people because the death rates outpaced the birth rates.
Okay.
One day, Monokuma was swept up by a tornado created by a helicopter gunship during a routine military exercise.
I don't think that's how tornadoes work.
And was whisked away to Monomi's country. Monokuma wanted to return to his homeland so he could go back to pestering the old people for change. So he began his journey to see the wizard Monami, who was rumored to grant any wish one desires. Along the way, he met a very loyal group of friends. Monokuma met a Monami scarecrow who was missing a brain. When he recommended that she commit suicide,
Okay. Monokuma met Monomi's scarecrow who was missing a brain. When he recommended that she commit suicide, Ibuki was missing her brain.
the Monami scarecrow hanged herself and died.
There we go. Ibuki was missing her brain a little bit because of her condition.
He also met a Monami lion who was missing her courage.
Akane.
So he pumped her full of arrows.
That should be Akane.
He also met a Monami Tin Man who was missing a heart. So Monokuma sliced her into lumps of iron.
And that's Hiyoko.
After a lot of other stuff happened, Monokuma finally reached the wizard Monami, the great and powerful. Eventually, one thing led to another, and he started beating the crap out of Monami.
Okay.
And in the end, he somehow usurped the kingdom from her.
Okay. This movie sucks, Monokuma.
With this, Monokuma enslaved the old people, took their pensions, and lived the rest of his days in luxury.
Mono King. The
And
end.
he lived happily ever after. The end.
Alright. So there were three people that died in that movie. The first one is Ibuki, who was missing her brain. The second one is Akane, who was missing her courage. And the third one is Hiyoko, who was missing her heart because she was a heartless bitch. However, only 2 of those died, which means that Akane is immediately suspicious. But also Monokuma said that there could be only 2 murders. But I don't think he elaborated on that beforehand, so. Well, but it would be too suspicious if you kill those 2 and not the other. Like. Okay, let's keep going. Man, movies are the best. This drama was so moving that I needed 2 boxes of tissues, 1 for each head. Now then, let's meet again at the glass trail. Bye 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 bye. I'm too disgusted to even let out a sigh right now. That's all I can say to describe the situation. How was it? Actually, I didn't even have to ask. I totally expected your reaction. That was honestly the worst movie I've ever seen. Is it okay to even call that a movie? It's not a movie. But thanks to that movie, now you know, right? Yeah. Just like he said, the characters who were killed in the movie matched the victims in this case. Ibuki's death by hanging matched the Scarecrow's death in the movie. Now it's just sad, but Hiyoko's suspended body matches the lion's death too. It would have been a complete imitation if the killer killed 3 people, but it seems that wasn't possible. Perhaps the killer is upset about that right now? Or if the killer's main goal was just an imitation murder, they should be upset about it, but I'm not sure if that's even true. Is it really gonna be something so stupid as like, it's Akane because she's the 3rd one and she couldn't kill herself? Because like that gives it away instantly, because Akane is the lion who was missing her courage. But is it really gonna be that? Like the game is gonna wait 4 hours until it tells me, alright, she was the lion, like super slowly. So the lion wasn't Akane then, one more person died? I don't think so. Like, okay, so the only person that could be dead that we don't know about is Nekomaru. But like right before you joined in, like people, okay, so Chiaki asked Monokuma if there could be like 2 killers, and And Monokuma was essentially like, no, okay, only one killer here. Also, I think he just straight up said, yes, there's 2 murders. There can be more than 2 murders. And then he made a rule out of the fact that there can only be 2 murders. Wow, that investigation was really fast. We only been here for an hour and a half. Less than that, even.
Hello! How the class trials? So, make sure you
Hold
guys
up,
come
you're
to
saying people die in this game?
Monokuma.
Apparently, I've been hearing people die.
I'll see you soon.
I know, right? Blew my fucking mind. Dude, like, both of my favorite characters are dead. Both of my favorite characters are dead. What am I gonna do? It's already time. So this again. I need to go back to that place again. But that's not the time to be a coward. The reason Ibuki and Kyoko became victims in order to find the truth. The only thing I can do is go. So, I did say I'm not gonna do the trial tonight, but I might do it. Or at least like half of it. I can't save doing the trials, right? Yeah, so I might do it. Because the investigation was way shorter than I thought it would be. So it's not too late yet. So, yay, okay. Everyone who heard the announcement had gathered in front of the Monokuma Rod. Trial time. Sweet, yeah. Yeah. Despair! Despair! Said Junko. And soon enough... Where's my man Nekomaru? What happened to him? Where is he? Is everybody here? Do you guys want to go to the class trial? Hey, jerk! Hold it right there! What? Don't get in my way. You're just a dumb little sister short of a few brain cells. My brain works just fine! A Junko, yes. A Junko Kini. Dude, like I've been listening to Ibuki's song From Me to You too, or Let My Feelings Reach You, whatever the title is, and like now YouTube is recommending me videos that are videos for Ibuki Kinis, and it's more than one has been recommended to me at this point. Monokuma, what did you do with Nekomaru? I also want to know this. Please tell me. I see, so you've come to avenge him. Avenge? That sounds like he died! Thanks for the follow, Junko. I don't agree with your methods, but thanks for the follow anyway. Sounds like, you say? Oops! Anyway, since Nekomaru is unfortunately unavailable today, let's just say he's absent. This sounds like he's dead. This sounds like maybe he is actually the 3rd person that died. Now then, I gotta go first. Ah, hold on, I won't let you escape! Hey, did you hear what he said? Don't worry about it, there's no way Nekomaru's dead. He's just trying to piss us off. Of course he's not dead! There's no way, not in a million years! More importantly, it's best if we worry about ourselves for now. This shit buzzing. Don't with despair, hope always wins. There's a war happening in chat right now. If something happens here, every one of us except Nekomaru will die. We're just so excited about that. Who knows? Maybe I'm just looking forward to seeing poetic justice prevail. What are you saying, Field? You'll find out soon enough.
See?
Then let's go.
I'm gonna do it!
Alright, let's hurry up and get this over with. Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna be so fucked up if Akane did it. I'm gonna be so fucked up if she was the murderer. Okay, let's go. I hope that that's actually the noise it makes whenever it opens. You just hear it screaming like. I know the killer, but I know spoil. Thank you, thank you. I mean, most people who tune in know the game at this point. Marksy doesn't. Marksy's getting through the game at the same time as me, so we're like theorizing as we go. We stepped onto the escalator and I ascended towards the gaping maw of Monokuma Rock, and that's when I suddenly noticed it. I noticed our lineup silhouettes keep getting smaller and smaller, but I can't turn back now. If I turn back, I won't be able to press forward. Okay. And when everyone was inside Monokuma Rock... Hi, MYC, Myswit, I don't know how to pronounce that. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow. The elevator began its steep descent as usual. Sup, man? Hi. How are you doing? But nobody said a word. As we stood there trying to figure out what to say to each other, the elevator descended deeper and deeper. Call me Mike. Sup, Mike? How are you doing? Like, it's sad. Every time we hit this elevator, like, half the people are missing at this point. And when it descended as far as it could go, it finally stopped. I'm good. I'm glad, man. The elevator doors opened slowly, almost tantalizingly so. Light poured through the other side, eroding the boundaries of darkness. And I walked into that place. There we go. Here we are. My! Feels pretty toothless with all these empty seats. Sorry, my light is... There we go. Better. Two people got killed at the same time, and Nekomaru's not here either. Maybe it was 3 actually, now that I think about it. Is Nekomaru really not participating? If he's alive, you should invite him. No, we should at least do like a Zoom call, like a video chat. We have the technology. Why bother? What?
Well now.
Now then, let's begin. It's the beginning of the long-awaited class trial. Please enjoy it to your heart's content. And here we go. And so the curtain to the third class trial was about to open. Ibuki Miyoda, the ultimate musician, she was really loud, but she was the mood maker of our group. When I was with her, all my pain and suffering just seemed to melt away. You don't fucking say, bro. Hiyoko Seiyonji, the ultimate traditional dancer, I kinda didn't care about her. But she was trying to change herself, and she was desperately trying to come to terms with Mahiru's death. I mean, that is the sad part about it. Poor Hiyoko. Like, I get the feeling most people don't like her, from what chat have said over the streams. Because I also, like, it's sad the part that she was, like, trying to get better and cope with that, but, like, from, like, minute 1, she's just been insulting everybody, and it's just like, oh man. I love Hiyoko. Okay then, that makes you the first person that has said that in the stream chat. I respect it. The person who killed those two is among us. I definitely can't believe it. But whether I believe it or not is irrelevant. I let her insult me, she's just misunderstood. Unless I figure out the truth, I won't be able to escape from this hell. That's why I must find out no matter the cost. For our sake, for our friend's sake, for Ibuki and Hiyoko's sake. And so the curtain to the third class trial was about to open. We'll get out and end this game in due time, in memory of the deceased. Hopefully. This life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, has begun. Yes, it will save. I'm gonna use Ibuki's powers. Shred guitar. Yes. Ibuki is still with me in spirit. Increase acceleration and logic drive. Okay. Let's go over our truth bullets for like a second. Okay, so 2 victims, Ibuki and Hiyoko. Cause of death was crushed windpipe, result of choking. No other external injuries. Hiyoko blood loss to throat being slit open by a sharp-edged tool. That was instant. Really? Can you kill someone instantly by slitting someone's throat? The cause of death was bloodlust. How could bloodlust be instant? Or am I stupid? I maxed out Hiyoko's relationship. I'm happy for you. I wanted to max out Peko and Ibuki. Peko died, and then I finished Ibuki, and then she died, and I want to max out Akane. And she might die if she's the killer, maybe. And then I suppose we'll move on to Chiaki. At least I maxed out 1. In the first game I couldn't max out anyone, so... Okay, keep going. Bloodstain at the soles of Ibuki's feet, rope for hanging. According to Mikan, there's no doubt that the cause of Ibuki's death was hanging herself with the rope. The key to the motor room that Hiyoko was staying in, it was buried deep inside of her kimono, pretty difficult to retrieve. thick scrap of paper that was stuck in the Baton lighting. That's also a piece of wallpaper that was in the storage room. They just didn't write it because the game was gonna make me solve it. First game in Max of Celestia. I liked her. I liked Celeste in the first game up until she was just like, yeah, okay, whatever. Everything I said, that's fucking bullshit. I was just planning how to kill someone to get out of here. When the complete heel turn showed up, I was like, yeah, you suck. But I really like everything about her, like demeanor and persona that she had going on. Black curtain at the back of the music venue. It's not wide enough to reach the side of the stage. It looks like it was brought from the supermarket, not something that was originally here. Step ladder was found at the music venue, tipped on its side. On its left side, a slight bloodstain can be seen. The bloodstain was not in the footage. How do you instantly die if you die from blood loss? Exactly! A candle was found at the front of the music venue. It looks like the dim light can be seen in the surveillance camera. A video was actually live from the candle. Surveillance camera unit was broken. No longer works. AC cranked up to 86. It was extremely hot. Because of that, the bodies could not be... time of death could not be determined. Bloodstain was wiped off the floor in the music venue stage. Since Ibuki had no open wounds, it's believed the blood belonged to Hiyoko. Oh, what the fuck is this? I just remembered this was... Okay, so randomly, there's like a strange glove of green shit that was on the door. Like, on the fucking sides of the door. When they touch. Like, there. And like, Chiaki tasted, and she was like, what is this? It was a little gross. Strange glove that was stuck to where both music venue doors touch each other. Right until Monokuma announced that morning, Mikan was with Hajime the whole time. Afterwards, she went to the hospital to check on everyone and realized that Ibuki had disappeared. When she rushed out... Okay. Let's go over this again. Right until Monokuma announcement this morning, Mikan was with Hajime the whole time. Apparently. Like, we woke up together for some reason. Afterward, she went to the hospital to check on everyone and realized that Ibuki had disappeared. When she rushed out of the hospital to search for Ibuki, she apparently met up with Fuyuhiko. The video Hajime saw at the hospital shows a person dressed in hospital gown wearing a handbag on their head as they willingly climb a stepladder towards the news. After Fuyuhiko met with Mikan in front of the hospital, they split up to search for Ibuki. They checked the movie theater and Electric Avenue, but they didn't find anyone. Apparently, Fuyuhiko and Mikan were only separated for a short time. Hiyoko was distraught because her kimono was disabled and was unable to tie it on her own. That's when Sonia apparently told her about the full-length mirror in the music venue storage house. The invitation ticket prepared by Monokuma, one ticket was passed out per person, and the day was passed out printed on the ticket. A Monomi tote bag that was sold at the movie theater. It's a limited item because only one person can buy it. Apparently, you get another bag for free when you purchase it, so there are actually two. The movie that Monokuma directed. There were a total of 3 deaths in the movie. First, Monomi's scarecrow died by hanging herself. That was Ibuki because she was the one that was missing her brain. Next was the Monomi lion pumped full of arrows. That was the... I assume it would have been Akane because she was the one that lost her courage. But maybe it was Nekomaru because he's the one that might be dead. Finally, Monomi Tin Man died by getting chopped into metal pieces. And she was the one that lost her heart, which is Iyoko. There are 2 victims. Oh yeah, that's it. We're good. We're good. We went over every truth bullet. We're good. Trial start. All rise.